The addition of the object suffixes to various verbal forms can change the vowel that would precede the suffix. Further, there are various predictable changes that occur to a verb when you add a new final syllable, and often the addition of one of these object suffixes creates that additional final syllable. The majority of changes are in the perfect. First, the verbal endings of the perfect will undergo certain regular changes when you add an object suffix. There are 4 to notice. First, the third feminine singular ending, which is normally a, will change to either at or at. For instance, you have katala, she killed. With the addition of ka, the suffix u, masculine singular, you have kutalatka. Second, the second masculine singular ending will change from ta to t. So you have katalta, you, masculine singular, killed. With the addition of o, the suffix for him, we have kutalto, you killed him. Third, the second feminine singular ending will change to t. So you have katalt, you, feminine singular, killed. But if you add eve, him, you have kutaltiv, you killed him. And fourth, the second masculine plural ending will change to tu. Often this will be spelled defectively with a kibbutz. We have kutaltim, you, masculine plural, killed. But if we add uhu, him, we have kutaltuhu, you killed him. In addition to the changes of the perfect's endings, when you add a suffixed pronoun, you often create a new syllable at the end of a verb. This will often cause what is called resyllabification, in which the order of the syllables and which letters are in which syllable of the verb change. Many perfect verbal forms in an open syllable. Consider the paradigm you know already. Katal, katala, katalta, katalt, katalti. And the addition of the suffix will often close that open syllable at the end of the word. When this happens, the following changes are common. They are more common in the cow than the other stems. First, a long vowel in an open syllable will often reduce to a vocal schwa, according to the pattern of what we called propretonic vowel reduction. Review chapter 3, section 5 if that's gotten rusty. We have katal, he killed. Kutalo, he killed him. O, the object suffix, has created a propretonic open syllable and the comets has reduced to schwa. Natati, I gave, when you add ka, you, masculine singular, becomes nitatika. The comets has reduced to a vocal schwa in the propretonic open syllable. Kitel, he slaughtered, becomes kitalo with the addition of o, the object suffix him. The tsere has now reduced in a pretonic syllable to a vocal schwa. This vowel reduction, though, will not occur if the long vowel is either a mater or if the long vowel is present because of a previous compensatory lengthening. Second, a short vowel in an open syllable will often lengthen to become longer. So katal, he killed, cal perfect third masculine singular, with the addition of o, has kutalo. So we had the propretonic reduction that you saw in section 1, but we also have the lengthening of the patak on the second syllable, the tet, into a comets. Third, In correspondence to this change, if a long vowel, which was previously in an open syllable, finds itself in a syllable that has now been closed, that long vowel must shorten according to the rules of Hebrew pronunciation. You will most often see this in PL forms of what we call second guttural verbs. We'll discuss those in chapter 23. For instance, Beirake, a PL perfect, third masculine singular, he blessed, with the addition of ka, the masculine singular pronoun you, he blessed you becomes Berakka, the shortening of the tsere into a segol. And fourth, a reduced vowel will often, because of the resyllabification of the word, be restored to its original full vowel. So we have katalu, the cow perfect third common plural, they killed. The schwa is the reduced vowel. Remember in the third masculine singular it was katal. This reduced vowel will often return to a much more full form. In this case, kataluhu. The vowel which was reduced to schwa has now become a komets. Finally, the very object suffixes themselves will show changes depending on the verbal form to which they're added. Largely the change relates to whether one needs a connecting vowel, a vowel sound between the end of the word and the suffix, which is necessary when the verb form ends in a consonant, or whether that vowel sound is not needed. You can distinguish three circumstances. First, when a form ends in a consonant which is stressed, that would be the third masculine singular or second masculine singular perfect, you have one type of object suffix, a type that has a connecting vowel before the object suffix. Second, you have verbal forms that end in a consonant, however it is unstressed. Those would be the third feminine singular perfects. In these cases, you will still have a connecting vowel, but it may be a different connecting vowel. And then thirdly, you have all other forms, perfect forms that end in a vowel. In this case, you can attach the object suffix without a necessary connecting vowel. A note, you should not focus on trying to reproduce this chart. Your focus in this course should be on recognizing the object suffixes and being able to recognize which form of the verb they have been attached. You are not at this point trying to be able to compose in Hebrew, which would require mastery of this system. You are trying to recognize both what the verb is to correctly parse it so you can translate it, and to recognize what the object suffix is, so again you can accurately reflect what the Hebrew text says as you translate. The cow perfect of katal then, with the addition of these object suffixes, forms the following three columns. To illustrate the first column above, we have the third masculine singular with the object suffixes. Kutalo, kutala, kutalka, kutalek, kutalani, kutalam, kutalan. Then the second masculine plural and second feminine plural are not attested in the Hebrew Bible. And finally, the first common plural, kutalanu. The second column above is illustrated by the third feminine singular of the perfect with the object suffixes. Kutalathu, kutalata, kutalatka, kutalatek, kutalatni, kutalatam, kutalatan. Again, the second masculine plural and feminine plural are not attested. And then the first common plural, kutalatnu. And then all the other forms, the third column above, are here illustrated with the cow perfect first common singular and the object suffixes. kutaltihu, kutaltiha, kutaltika, kutaltik, kutaltini, kutaltim, kutaltin, kutaltikem, and then the second feminine plural is not attested. And then the first common plural, kutaltinu. Now again, notice, it is not in a course at this level wise for you to attempt to be able to recreate these forms and paradigms. Your focus should be on recognizing the verbal forms and recognizing the object suffixes attached to them. If you can correctly parse the verb and identify which object pronoun is attached to it, you'll be capable of accurately translating the Hebrew forms that you find.